We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And this one travels out of bounds. This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the run, here's Anthony McFarland, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Defensively.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's McFarland. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
They'll run with McFarland. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out right at the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll get this off to Jamal Williams. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Play action. Now Jackson. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the give, this is McFarland. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
7-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 30.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3, Packers nothing.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. On the counter, here's Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's McFarland, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson will get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McFarland running out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover him.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
On 3rd down, Jackson going for it all. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Lambeau will put this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Now a run with McFarland. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 12-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And it is up.
Extra point is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
10. Packers 3.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fighting through pressure. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
This is taken around the 12. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this one is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
48 months. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, look, 48. Look.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
Rodgers.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 22-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
Is the game at 10.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. This is McCaffrey on the give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
48,
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and a yard, Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Another run, this time McCaffrey. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. His throw incomplete. Anthony McFarland was the intended receiver. And it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Funches has it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Rodgers again now. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point try now for Crosby. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter.
At
17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Jaguars.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Running with McFarland. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
4-yard gain on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's McFarland. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
By Kevin King.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
First.
Able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
About to find out. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Anthony McFarland, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Jaguars 24 Packers 17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
On the tackle.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Looking deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
At the 16-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And a Jaguar first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, McFarland. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
And it's 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
makes the score Jaguars 31, Packers 17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The end result, 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's caught by Funchess. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to Devin Funchess.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Justin Madubuike brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. That's complete to Lazard. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Jacksonville, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.